So y'all, we back on the video, man. We took it 20, y'all. We took it 20 season 2, episode 7. Let's get right into it, y'all. It's slim, dude. I got a heat check card, a standard heat check award. I'll take it. So we're going against the Chicago Bulls, y'all. It's slim because Zach LaVine might be taking the 12 shots. So let's get right into it, y'all.
I'm out here working while you posting on the ground. I don't need no one to tell me what I am. I just wing it and it still follow the plan. Got it me, I don't lose. I got things I'ma do. I don't need no excuse. They gon' copy the flow like Kinko's. I'm not green to the game like CeeLo. Just my team didn't need no cheat code. I'ma go back to my people like we did it.
Look how we did it. We could. We did it.
The Chicago River winding its way through the heart of the Windy City.
This is my crew, y'all. Don't forget that, boy. This is my crew.
Our sight tonight. Greetings of your pay date. Well, in DA, that's the standard for the Lakers organization. Thanks for that report. And here's what the schedule for the Lakers looks like. On Friday, they'll face off against Jimmy Butler and the Miami Heat. And then on Sunday, they'll take on Marc Gasol and the Toronto Raptors. And now the Lakers starting group. G is out there with Jay. Then there's Smooth. Then there's Prez. And it's Davis in at the center position. And for Chicago, LaVine at the 2 with Porter at the 3. Markkanen and Carter are up front. And it's Dunn in at the 1. Well, it was speculated all of last season and shortly after the finals ended that Anthony Davis had his wish fulfilled by getting traded to the Lakers.
And Davis and LeBron make as scary a duo as you can think of in the NBA. Missed out on some of the other marquee free agents, but AD will get a plethora of looks playing alongside LeBron.
They recover it. Dunn passes to Carter. Knocked loose. And so it looks like the Bulls will retain possession here. Here's Dunn. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Pacers in Indianapolis.
And we got to talk about his 4 steals.
And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving. How hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in air. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Already a very confident player, knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
Done shots, good.
Hey, yo, bro, this is just blocking my horse sling.
Here's Smooth. Outside for Davis.
Yo.
And again, the Lakers no good.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. My goodness. And you see why LaVine's been a hard, tough out in the slam dunk contest. Has a natural ability to entertain the audience. That bounce and athleticism certainly doesn't hurt either. Seems like he can't miss right now, guys. I mean, completely in the zone this quarter.
Hey, boy. Yo.
Dunn kicks to LaVine. Back to Dunn.
This
The layup off target.
defense.
Boy, that defense smothered him in there. Love the intensity.
Boom, he jams it straight down.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
Now the Lakers on the break.
Hey, yo, I got my takeover, yo. I got my
And the shot
takeover
is good.
shit. I made the
Just
big team
playing
coming.
with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points
on the board.
Boy, I like the way they're playing. A very smart first half. Quality shots, not wasting possession.
A fantastic string of games for him. Your Western Conference Player of the Week.
Smooth.
Well, you talk about a player displaying complete dominance on the floor. This is it. And it seemed like he could do no wrong as he was a factor in really every facet of the game. A truly remarkable performance.
And here we go. Lakers running again. Oh.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
And, you know, that involves pounding it inside, getting as many points as you can right at the rim. That demoralizes a team.
Dunn dishes to LaVine. They need this. And again, no good by Chicago. Lakers leading by 10. Smooth passes to Davis. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. And James gets it to go.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Greg, you're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
I beat the reverse swing, boy. I
Carter
said,
against
so.
Davis.
Keep playing, boy.
Passes it to
I
Dunn.
beat the reverse swing, boy.
Just 5 on the clock. Markkanen dishes to Dunn.
This
He can't hit that time.
defense.
So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
Yeah, and with most of the arena against them, they just banded together and trusted one another to make the right play.
Well, you know, the cohesiveness was evident out there. These guys feel like they can win in any arena, and they proved it that game.
Chicago calls timeout. Defeated by the Pacers in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, their defense was just overrun. Couldn't match the intensity of the opponent, and it cost them.
And you know what, guys? It just seemed like they never really had the kind of energy necessary. They just weren't comfortable on the defensive end.
And the foul called on Perez. That is his first foul of the game. Dunn, wide open, he fires. Look, I'm assuming all the coaches in the NBA have put in their new plays by now, or am I wrong? Will they introduce some new things, new actions throughout the season?
Well, I tell you what, you talk about the coaches in the NBA, they all have PhDs in basketball, and they are always tinkering and making adjustments, Kevin.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
To me, it...
Oh, what a dunk!
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget
I'm shooting 70%.
about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
Yo, look at Chris Dunn. Look at him taking tough shots.
Kicks it to LaVine. The dish to Porter. Here's Carter. That misses off the backboard.
You know, the fact is, he's not a lock from there, but he's open enough to where he should have hit that shot.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it.
Boy, that looked like a failure to communicate. You hate unforced error.
Bulls trail by 17.
Yo.
And it's done in the corner.
That was funny.
And
He took
again,
it
no
to
good
the
by
shirts.
Chicago.
Boy, this is bad.
Yeah,
Tough
tough
to watch.
luck.
I mean, this
He's
is really bad.
He's stone cold this quarter.
Man.
Here's Smooth.
Splash.
Again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
Levine finds Carter. Pass to Porter. To end the drought, and finished off by Porter.
And being 6'8", dunking, not an issue for Porter. All he needs is good position, and he's good to go.
From deep, James. Rebound by the ball. Matchup for them against the Lakers team.
Yeah, and a pair of losses for them in their meetings last season. Hard time beating anybody last year.
You know, Greg, those were games where you thought they could get a win. But now they need to forget about it. It's in the past. Let's
He dunked on boy.
Mercy,
He
mercy
dunked on
me.
Zach Levine, boy.
That is not possible. What we just is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said.
Kevin and Greg, I'm telling you, that is he's one of the few players in the NBA who can pull something like that off.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Outside, marking it. Carter outside, 6 to shoot. He kicks it to Porter. From the arc, Anthony Davis with the rebound. Los Angeles leading by 22.
With the horse on the board. With the
Great
horse on the
teamwork
board.
punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Chicago's gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. Dunn passes to Carter. He dishes it to Porter. The pass to Dunn. On the wing, Levine. No good from outside.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yes. Oh, watch out below. Come on now. Throw it down.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan is...
Yeah, look at Zach Levine, bro. Like, look at him. Trying to force this, bro. Like, look at this.
Inside.
Sure.
Takes the 13-footer, and it's Davis finishing it off.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
Yeah, you said the key word there, balanced. I mean, their big lead owes as much to their defense as their offense.
And then Zach Levine
Carter against Davis.
forcing us to the basket.
Carter, the pass to Dunn. To halt the run. A three-pointer is right on target. Dunn's got 5 points so far.
Well, you got to put some pressure on Dunn when he's squaring up from outside, because this guy is an exceptional scorer.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas.
Look at
The
that.
horse on
Oh,
board.
my goodness. Watch out.
With the horse
And I
on
think
board.
that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
And, you know, with LeBron coming to L.A., the Lakers trying to speed up their timeline. I mean, the roster never quite got gelled. The end result, LeBron's first time outside the playoffs since 2005, which was his second season as a pro. That's a remarkable
The
run.
cheese out of
And
him.
they'll keep possession. And it's good for 2. Los Angeles has gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Pass to Prez. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. James, that's a 2-pointer. Again, Los Angeles. And when you look back on LeBron's first year in Los Angeles, Clark, how would you rate it?
Well, I think a mild disappointment, but remember now, before he got hurt, they were 4 or 5 games above 500, but the injuries, some other drama, really changes in the front office, instability led to a disappointing and frustrating season. He's been ice cold tonight. And, you know, you look at the scoreboard, guys, they really could have used his contributions.
Oh, he is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think.
Without question, a crowd pleaser to the 10th degree.
Smooth drops in the layup for 2. Smooth's got 35 in the game. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Lakers.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunities. They're really keeping it up tempo so far.
Excellent D there from Markkanen. And so Markkanen will bring it up for Chicago.
Yo, look at Zach LaVine, bro.
Outside, LaVine.
You trash.
Tipped away. Now the Lakers on the break. He dents the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
Good job getting the ball and completing that play.
Boy, there's not much defense available once a steal is made. That's the best time to attack on the break.
The Bulls shooting a pretty distressing 27% here in the early minutes. 52 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Smooth. Throws down the breakaway jam.
And this is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
That really has been the difference. I mean, they've been the better team in transition.
Dunn dishes to Markkanen. The Lakers with the rebound.
Take over again. Y'all see y'all with the dunk team
tonight.
Oh! Big time throwdown with flavor.
That is just
nasty.
About the athleticism on that finish.
There's 31 seconds left to play here in the first.
Said, wow. He's dead.
And another steal for him.
And he's just been able to anticipate their every move.
Yeah, you're right. An absolute pest on the defensive end.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Ugh, nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there.
Boy, I'd love to get a replay on that one. Let's keep it handy so we can see it again.
LaVine looking around, and the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's Los Angeles with a major 39-point lead here at the end of the quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
Get that cheese out of here. It's society.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, the Lakers are pretty much in control here.
I mean, offensively, I thought they did a good job of protecting the ball, and defensively, boy, were they disruptive.
Yeah, I like the way they forced a ton of turnovers and then took advantage of those turnovers with opportunistic baskets.
Inside, it's Young and Markkanen. White is out there with Thomas Satoransky. And it's Valentine in at the 3. That's the Bulls 5 as we get into the second.
This is my man right here.
It's just hard to believe that someone can perform at such a high level. They've got to thank him for this lead.
Down low, here's White.
He tried.
Rebounded by the Lakers. Smooth's got 6 rebounds in the game.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
Passes it to Valentine. To the paint, looking for Young.
Hold on. Yo, wait. This dude 1 for 4. He taking tough shots.
He gets it there.
No doubt about it on that finish by Young.
And Los Angeles guys shooting a mind-boggling 79% off the floor.
Really like that work there in the paint. He has really established a low post presence.
A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Outside, White. Pass to Markkanen. Nabbing another steal. His anticipation has been off the charts.
Swiping the ball away with just such ease.
How many dunks I had? How many dunks I got? I got 15 dunks.
Defense leading to offense. Another turnover and another basket.
And we all know miscues can really be game-changing. Pretty much the most damaging play you can make is... Oh! Watch out now!
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Here's Smooth, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game.
I'm playing some defense.
Guys, it's going to be a long time before we see another one just like that.
Basket counts.
And what body control. Even when White gets bodied up, he sticks with his shot.
Here's Smooth. Good, and the assist goes to James. Smooth's got 56 points in the game.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Got my tempo again, y'all. So y'all know the double team coming in.
To the inside. It's deflected.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Oh!
So explosive.
Oh, is that beautiful.
Whoa, just climbing the ladder for that 360. Stupendous hop.
Yeah, Greg, he was sky high on that finish.
And that's what it takes, guys. Athleticism, coordination, and a bunch of confidence and fearlessness.
Kicks it to Prez, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it.
And checking out the numbers for Young, he had a strong showing last season. He was around 12 points a game, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. And you can't downplay the importance of good size off the bench.
Space invader, a big guy who simply holds his ground and makes opponents work around him. That's good stuff.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, DeMarcus Cousins suffered an Achilles injury, and it was a major setback for him, but it was also an eye-opener. Cousins said, any given day could be your last day playing. All the celebrity, all the fame ends. My love for the game has grown, but at the same time, I want to be more than just a basketball player. And Kevin, challenges can put anything into perspective.
Thank you, D.A. White, left side. Will it go? Feeds it to Young. Can't get it to fall, and he's missed the second after making his first. Good, he hits again. 60 points. This guy cannot be stopped.
They've had no answer for him in this one. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Markkanen passes to Satoransky. White dishes to Young. Just 5 to shoot. They get a hand on it. Chicago needs to get off a shot here. Bucket is good. Young's got his second bucket tonight.
Well, he's so skilled from this area. Once Young gets it in a good spot, he's looking to score.
And Clark, talk about the leadership of a guy like Thaddeus Young.
And he's one of my favorites because he's just solid. His actions speak louder than his words, and he's a grinder. I mean, he's the guy who just gives you everything he has and does all of the little things day in and day out. Tremendous locker room presence.
Here's White. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Clark, a lot of coaches like to run their offense through centers. Any names you can think of who you'd be comfortable running your offense through at that position?
Well, just because I've watched him and loved his game since locking into him, Jokic. Yes. Man, can he pass it. He can shoot it. He can score it inside. He's got such excellent hands and touch. He's at the top of the list. Big guy that can shoot it and pass it as well. And Marc Gasol is also in that list.
Yeah, you'd feel comfortable with any of those guys holding the ball, distributing the ball, wouldn't you?
No doubt.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Jay's checked in for James, and James subbed in for Bryant.
Converting,
and Coach Jim Boylen agreeing to a multi-year extension with the Bulls this summer, Greg.
And taking that interim tag off his title as head coach, Boylen, with over 30 years of coaching experience, afforded the opportunity to continue developing this young core.
They get it again, and Young kicks to Felicio. Outside, White. And Jay gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
A floater.
No, he don't.
That shot is off. And the Lakers going the other way now. Here's Smooth, and he throws it down hard with one hand.
And he has his fingerprints all over this first half. He is just shooting it so efficiently.
Young against Kuzma. Young passes to Satoransky. White, wide open. He fires. No good with the triple.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Stolen away. Now it's trying to enter.
I'm just insurance. Yo, look at him.
With the teardrop.
He take the teardrop.
Goes back up. And he sinks the lead. White's got 5 points so far.
Yeah, attacking the interior is something White does well. He's crafty, and he makes good adjustments against the defense. Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time.
Not when he can throw it down like that. Boom!
There's the pass to Young. Fader on the way, and it goes down 2 points. He's got 6.
Yep, you know, after a scoreless first period, he's really turned it up a notch, building some momentum.
Pass to Prez from deep. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Valentine dishes to Young. White looking around.
Get that boy.
A rebound by the Lakers.
Feels to me like this team is going to need more from him, guys. I mean, if they're to erase this deficit, he's got to step up.
Well, Chicago's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Launches it. That one doesn't go. And the Lakers take it the other way. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Kuzma. And now it's a look at the 2K leaderboard with the list of the NBA's best fast break teams from a season ago. The Lakers second.
I mean, it's a crowd-pleasing style, right? I mean, this club just got out and ran at every possible chance.
For Chicago, they have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
You know, he didn't get to the line in that entire first quarter. But right now, he's showing some aggressiveness out there.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Felicio. Porter comes in for Denzel Valentine. And Levine subbed in for Satoransky. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Davis is checked in.
Just so resourceful as a player. Davis gets the job done inside in all sorts of ways. And that's one of them right there, crashing the offensive glass, getting that second chance bucket.
And the foul called on Anthony Davis. That is his first foul of the game. Prez is checked in for Kyle Kuzma. Carter down low. He's guarded by Davis. Carter with the bucket. And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for Los Angeles. Smooth. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with two hands on that stuff.
Yeah, highly efficient. Nothing extra special there. Just effective.
And White kicks to Levine. Carter looking around. To the right side. Here's White to the middle. He's looking for Levine and finds him. It's blocked. And here comes the break. Loads it up for Davis and finished off by Davis.
And that's a terrific sequence at both ends there. There was the block shot and the run out, and nice finish on the break.
Bulls shooting only 31%. Their offense really struggling to put possessions together. Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession. Chicago making a switch here. Dunn's checked in.
Substitution Bulls. Chris Dunn.
Three from the inbound. And got it. Another basket.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in
take over
offensive
the game, y'all.
onslaught.
See, I'm in the dunk
Ball's
check
not
in
loose. And here's Levine. He's coming off a 19-point game against Indiana. 6 on the shot clock. Porter passes to Levine. Carter kicks to Levine to end the run. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game.
Oh, Kevin, get a load of that one. Take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook, boys.
Perfectly done. You're right. He put it on a platter for him.
And a nice touch on the finish.
Chicago's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. And Levine, here we go.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Oh, he's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game.
Well, when you know it, you got to show it.
Dunn dishes to Levine. Carter outside. There's the three. A rebound by the Lakers.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces.
Nothing
going their way.
You know, guys, no denying it's been a rough patch here. I think they've got to run whatever is best in their playbook to get a good shot.
Yo, look at Chris Dunn. Look at Chris Dunn, man. Look at him.
A minute 20 left in the first half.
Look at him, man.
Levine kicks to Carter.
No.
That three off the mark.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look. Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Dishes to Porter.
No.
And
He's
the
not
shot is
Stephen
long.
Curry.
He has to make that one. I mean, you have to make the defense pay when they slough off of you like that.
James, the pass to Smooth. Carter against James. Passes it to Davis. To the inside. Count it.
Perfect
And the
release.
crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game. And then Carter with the jam.
Boy, a terrific find. Levine plays mostly the two, but he came into the league as a point guard.
Here's Smooth. Trying to get open as Davis makes it off the glass.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
Here's Levine. From deep three-point range, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Lakers on top, running away with this one. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks, can't tell you how much it means to us to have you back with us on the halftime show on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. Means the world, doesn't it?
Yes,
It was all about the Lakers as the game got going. Their mission to dominate early was accomplished with a spirited 14-4 run to start. They delivered a real beatdown in the first quarter, ending with a whopping lead. Then in quarter number 2, it was all hands on deck, and what a show it was. Quality execution, good efficiency, some tremendous defensive play helped them take a decisive advantage, and they're running away with this one. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
Well, they were dishing out dimes left and right, and the guys were finishing strong. As a team, they seem to be always thinking, always looking for the best shot. If they keep sharing the ball this way, the second half will be more lopsided than the first.
And Shaq, what'd you think about Chicago?
Way too soft in the paint defensively. They were all late on their rotation. Obviously, that's a recipe for getting cooked. You know, I like eating that barbecue chicken.
We is shooting 84% as a team, bro.
And that's all we have for now. Tell the folks goodbye, Shaq. Tell the folks goodbye,
Goodbye.
Kenny. Goodbye. Let's go to Kevin Harlan.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. What a game we're seeing from Smooth.
Well, with a double-double in hand through 2 quarters, you can just imagine what his stat line will look like at the end of this one.
Yeah, he's got that locked-in look in his eyes tonight, and he's not going to start taking it easy. I think he's going to be going hard until that final whistle blows.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Prez out there with Smooth. Then there's Jay, then it's G, and it's Davis at the 5 rolling the paint.
I got 9 rebounds.
Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession.
And let's take a look now. Anthony Davis's numbers. Last season, he played outstanding. He was around 26 points a game last year, 12 rebounds, and almost 2.5 blocks. And you talk about guys who just have a nose for putting up points. He's one of them.
Yeah, he sure is, and he rarely has back-to-back bad games. If he has an off night, he usually follows that up with a big night.
And here's the fast break. And again,
90. A legendary performance.
We'll be talking about this one, Greg, for a long, long time. And a minute played as the second half gets going.
And guys, at this point in his career, Anthony Davis just entering his prime. Crazy to think when you look at what he's already accomplished thus far.
Clock at 6. Dunn attacking. And good as it just snugs right down through the net.
Boy, and you got to love whenever Dunn squares up from the mid-range area. I mean, his jump shot is cash money, baby.
And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure.
Yes, indeed. Let's just call him ladder climber.
Okay.
No.
Levine. And Davis pulls it down. And we were talking about Anthony Davis. How do you even put into words, Greg, what he's able to do on the basketball floor?
I mean, he's entering the conversation among the best big men of all time. On a nightly basis, dominating in so many facets of the game. Really, it's remarkable. And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Here's Prez. Here's Jay. That's the Smooth. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Inside. Count the bucket. And free throw coming up as well.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes, they last days.
Clark, over the last couple decades, the role of the big man has changed and required more skill outside shooting among them.
Yeah, that's one of the things. And then the ability to move your feet defensively.
Yes.
Because the three-point shot spaces the floor so much, and a lot of times teams will have 4, maybe 5 perimeter shooters out there, regardless of size. So big guys, if they're going to play in that type of an alignment, have to be able to move their feet.
Hey, y'all, look at Chris Dunn. He trash.
And also make shots from the perimeter as well.
Amazing to see guys
just look at him, bro. Just look at Chris Dunn. Just look at him, bro.
No doubt. And also the big guys, we've got a ton of them, Kevin, across the league that can really knock down the three-point shot.
Here's Dunn. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. Dunn's got 11 points.
Tell you what, the length of Dunn really creates problems for the opposition. He's so good at getting his hands in the passing lane and coming up with steals. One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
Offensive rebound. Here are the Lakers. They're on a 16-7 run.
And he threw down that 360 like it was no problem. That is just insane skill.
Look at the guys on the bench. They're falling all over themselves.
One of the plays of the year, perhaps.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, the Chicago Bulls continue to be a team in rebuild mode. They traded for Otto Porter at the deadline last season, and that seemed like a turning point. It lessened the logjam in the front court, and his versatile game fit well with some of the young players. Now that they've added rookie Kobe White with other moves this summer, fans are eager to see this young team take the next step. Kevin?
And David, they've got some pieces too. Thank you.
Oh, here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rim.
Boy, the guys on the bench loving every minute of that one.
Carter, the pass to Levine. Takes the 13-footer. The shot, no good. And it's the Lakers the other way. The pass to Prez. And
let's go.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Boy, I like the disposition and attitude since halftime. They're patiently looking for good shots.
And again, Chicago turns it over.
And that's just another mistake. I mean, they got it on autopilot, and they look totally dejected.
Valentine's checked in for Chicago. Satoransky comes in for Zach LaVine. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for James. Down low, here's Kuzma. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And defensively, they're on. Comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Felicio's checked in for Carter, and it's White in for Dunn. The Lakers also changing it up. LeBron comes in for Jay, and Dwayne Wade is subbed in for Smooth. Here's White. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. And it's Davis with the ball for the Los Angeles Lakers.
Oh, big finish, emphatic.
He hangs on the rim just for good measure. Wow.
Well, I guess there's nothing wrong with a little bit of showboating here and there.
Outside, White. Pass to Felicio. Back to White.
No.
And again, Chicago. No good. Here's the lob to Prez. And the Lakers decide to take their first time out here.
Ladies and gentlemen, today's team.
Matty. Is Young. He's checked in for Lauri Markkanen. And then for the Lakers, Jay's checked in for LeBron. James comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And Smooth subbed in for Dwayne Wade.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Here's Smooth. And
60
there's another. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
The Bulls shooting is leaving some to be desired. Just 36% here in the third quarter. Prez brings the double team. Here's White. And again, no good by Chicago.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all. And a lot of teams avoid the mid-range jumper, but they seem to be using it well.
I love that mid-range shot, Greg. It's definitely giving the defenders something extra to think about.
They need this one. Gets the three-pointer to fall. White's got 10 points.
He can be dangerous from outside. Sure, he didn't get one.
With the hard slam, boy. Boy.
That was special.
With the hard slam, boy.
Whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
You know, they came out of the locker room, revved up the gas pedal, and haven't slowed down yet.
Yeah, look at Kobe White.
You look at the Lakers desperate to surround LeBron with talent to win now. They have improved, but is it enough to go deep in the West?
Back to Felicio. He kicks to Valentine. Fires for three. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Los Angeles has gone 7 of 10 shooting from three-point land tonight. Excellent numbers from out.
Yes, sir.
That was incredible.
Oh, man.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
White down low. He's got 10. Misses from close range. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 3 when they've ventured outside.
Oh, my goodness.
That is breathtaking.
He's a brave man. You're risking life and limb trying to move like that.
He couldn't pass it up, though, right? Letting it all go.
You know, that's exactly what the fans love to see, guys. I mean, they're paying good money, big money. They want wins, but they also want to be entertained.
Passes to Felicio. And Davis sends it back.
Well, I tell you what, Davis uses his length so well. I mean, a defensive stalwart who holds his ground, and because of his timing and length and athleticism, he's an excellent shot blocker.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Now White. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And Clark, when you were playing, I imagine the pre-draft process was a lot different than it is today.
No doubt about it. I mean, I came out in 1982 after my junior year, Kevin, and at that time, if you were a guy who was declaring early, you basically just had to go on whatever knowledge and information you could get from whoever, because there was no allowing you weren't allowed to go to a workout. Teams could interview you, but there were no on-court workouts, so it was totally different.
Fast break, the Lakers for the finish. Oh my goodness!
Oh, yeah.
What a play!
Way ahead of the field. He can do pretty much whatever he wants.
You know, and not leaving anything to chance either. That's why he takes it right to the bucket.
The Bulls shooting a low 30% right now. An ugly offensive performance. Young passes to Felicio. And yes, it's good. Felicio's got his first points of the night.
A fantastic heads-up play there from Young to find the open man.
On the wing, Kobe. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Hits it again. Wow.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition. And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. They've got the Hawks ahead of them in their next game, and it's in Atlanta. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. The 15-footer, good. White's got 6 here in this quarter. Los Angeles has gone 7 of 10 shooting from three-point land tonight. Excellent numbers from outside.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
Satoransky against Bryant.
Get cheese every wood.
It's blocked. lets it go with a
Let's
3.
go.
And that one falls, coming off of Davis's speed. Davis has got his 8th assist here tonight. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Los Angeles.
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
And guys, I think you've got to give them credit for the number of steals they've taken away. I mean, a lot of effort on the defense from them tonight.
Here's Smooth.
Are you kidding me? Woo! And I'll tell you what, guys, I think that's the best part of James's game, and he's got a lot of good parts, but his vision is otherworldly.
Chicago has gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. Here's White.
Get that cheese out of the bowl.
Chicago will retain possession. Otto Porter Jr., he's checked in for the Bulls. Prez is checked in for the Lakers. 1:07 left to play in the third. They get the rebound.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high impact defense they want to see out of him.
58 for 63, bro.
Davis has got 10.
Ripping and running. They have a big advantage now in those transition opportunities.
No expiration date on their left.
He swipes the ball away again.
Steal after steal. He's been
reverse.
Oh, he's on a historic pace. Greg, he's approaching 3rd most steals for a game.
Setting the table for his teammates. James enjoys sharing and passing the ball and getting others involved, I think, more than any other aspect of his game.
White finds Satoransky. Here's Young. And Davis sends it back. 7-second difference. Shot in game 3.
Get it! Just what a throwdown there. Man.
Save that one.
Boys,
I'm going to want to see that
a few times.
Oh, me too, right? Jaws on the ground all over this building.
I wonder how long he's worked on that. First, you got to think it up. Then, you got to bring it to reality. Guys, it's a one-man show out there. I mean, he looks like he's willing to handle all of the offensive duties for his team.
Got my takeover again, y'all.
5 for 5.
So y'all know the double team coming again. Converting the 3-point play, getting the 3 points the old-fashioned way, boy. Yeah, look at him. Yo, look at Chris Dunn. Look at him.
Looking over the floor. Here's Levine. Can't hit from in close. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers enjoying the kind of gigantic lead you almost never see. And they created a bunch of turnovers with that terrific D. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
With the reverse windmill, boy.
And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And with the 4th quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. We've got Carter, Harrison out there with Otto Porter Jr. And it's Hutchinson in at the 4-man position. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. And he gets the bucket.
Well, the work ethic of LeBron is admirable. I mean, even when he's not involved in the play, he's still getting it done.
Look at that, boy.
Here's Smooth. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Fleshing out his game more and more. I really like seeing Porter go to work inside.
Well, you look at guys like Otto Porter, Greg. He just brings so much with his consistent outside jumper.
And guys, he's shot threes at a tremendous clip the last few seasons. I mean, really for his whole career. Sometimes can be a bit passive, so you just make sure he's involved. And looking for his shot.
Regarding super teams,
converting three-point play versus getting 3 points to old-fashioned.
Something we've seen around in this game for a long time.
Yeah, you're right. So often we become prisoners of the present and we forget about what transpired in the past, but the Celtics in the 60s were as dominant as any team in the history of the game. The Lakers in the 80s, the Bulls in the 90s. But I guess fans have a complaint because they feel those teams came together more organically compared to what seems to be a movement by free agents that has led to dominant championship teams, although the Warriors pretty much have built their championship team through the draft.
And every year, Porter seems to get better. His three-point shot continues to evolve, and he's embraced taking on more responsibility. And from distance, no less. What an amazing pass.
That's about as long an alley-oop pass as you're going to see.
To be right on time and on target from that distance, ridiculous.
We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. To the paint, shot clock at 6. And that one's good, Arcidiacono.
Oh, and look at how well he led him in there. Really, he passed him open for that dude.
Man, he's got a lot of firepower right now. I mean, what a half he's having.
And so it's Arcidiacono with it. He brings it up for the Chicago Bulls. Now the dish to Porter. Harrison in the corner. And Carter has it in the corner. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Hutchison. The shot comes out. James with some nice D. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know you're gonna get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Arcidiacono kicks to Porter. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. And it's Carter missing.
That's a shot he's gotta hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Yet another bucket.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught.
Yeah, look at him. Trash.
Arcidiacono taking his time here. Clark, take us inside the halftime locker room in the NBA.
Well, players typically just regroup individually. There may be some conversation between the players as a group, but then the coaches will huddle, evaluate what transpired in the first half, what adjustments need to be made, and then they'll communicate that to the team. And it's basically a time to rest and regroup for the players to adjust and strategize for the coaches.
Clark, you think there's any videotape review in there, maybe showing players certain sets, certain schemes?
In this day and age, for sure, with the use of iPads and technology. You go back to my time, there was no quick turnaround of video in the halftime locker room.
Right, right. I do know officials do that, too, in their locker room at halftime. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Guys are looking, and another steal for him.
He's making history, tied for third most steals in a single game.
Incredible tenacity. He continues to hound the ball. Gone just 34% from the field in the fourth quarter. They are 2 of 6. Pass to Harrison. Down low, and the basket by Hutchison.
Boy, you've got to appreciate the passing there. Results in a great look.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up.
Yes, he does. That's what we call helium. Yeast rising and helium floating.
Arcidiacono, the pass to Hutchison. From the line, a putback. It's good on the putback.
Oh, what terrific.
How many blocks I get? I got 4 blocks. Man, I want to quote a double, but I got to get 10 blocks.
Hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up.
That's what they've got him out there for, fellas.
McGee and the Lakers tack on 2 more.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Arcidiacono kicks to Porter. Clark, here's kind of an interesting perspective question for you. How much of making it to the NBA is talent? How much of it is the work you put into it?
Kevin, if I were to give this a ratio, I would probably say 65% talent, 35% work ethic, because you have to have a level of unique giftedness to be an NBA player. Many can work really hard and not be NBA caliber. So I think there's, I tilt that 65-35 talent to work ethic. It has not been his game so far. I mean, he's trying his best, giving great effort, but little has gone his way.
Smooth passes to Prez. Here's Smooth. And he sinks that one in the back of the rim on the way in.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Yeah, look at him.
Here's Arcidiacono. And the pass to Harrison. And here's Carter. 5 on the clock. Here's Porter. And that one goes long.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Pass to Prez. Here's Smooth. Here's McGee. And he finishes
nice. Oh, that's a 2-pointer.
On the layup.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Here's Arcidiacono. And it's blocked. Clark, you and I are amazed at how the global interest of the NBA has just gone through the roof. The league has made a lot of right moves, I think, in this area.
They sure have, Kevin. I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, the international reach through what coaches in this country have done in teaching the game and promoting the game. Not just coaches, but players as well. I think there's something about the game of basketball that just really transcends cultures. The pace of the game, the personality of the players, the creativity of the game. All of that lends itself
I'm about to take this 3, bro.
So popular globally.
Wasted no time on that one.
He's certainly been their go-to guy when it matters most. He's trying to close this one out.
And so it's Arcidiacono with it. He brings it up for the Bulls. Outside Porter. Harrison kicks to Porter. Can they get it? And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Now the Lakers on the break. Banked in off the glass.
Boy, what a quarter for him. I mean, he's found his rhythm, and he's really riding that wave right now.
The Bulls shooting in this 4th quarter pretty dire at 27%. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum. And he's really trying to get them back into it, but the results just have not been there.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
And he could tell his guys were dragging a little bit, calling timeout to kind of let them catch their breath.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Smooth.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
Well, to come in here facing a hostile crowd and have a game like he's had, that's what separates the good players from the great players. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Kicks it to Prez. Here's Smooth. Good. That's another bucket.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. Jay's fifth
Converting
for the
the
Lakers.
three-point play,
We're
getting the
still
3 points
waiting
to
for that
old-fashioned
first
boy.
miss from the line this half.
100% since halftime. Come on now. I'm not sure this lead's going away anytime soon with that kind of marksmanship.
Here's Hutchison. Clock at 6.
They cheese
It's
out
out of
of
bounds. They say it was last touched by McGee. Shot clock at 3. Prez brings the double team. Good on the triple.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
Here's Smooth. And he banks in the layup.
Trash. You can't guard him. You trash.
Now here's Valentine. But for a while now, you and I were just talking, we've had a rule that a team cannot go without a first-round pick in consecutive years. Could it be time to lift that restriction?
I certainly wouldn't mind discussing lifting the restriction, but I like it as it is on the books because it does lend itself, I think, to competitive balance. And that's important in the strength of a league.
Here's Smooth. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
And you know what? This guy is just a natural-born scorer.
I'm gonna take over you again, y'all.
The Bulls
So
shooting
y'all
only
know
31%
so y'all know
offense,
the double team
really
coming in.
struggling to put possessions together. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely.
A brain fade.
I don't know where
they
that came from.
Just lost sense of time in the situation.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
It's all in by the Bulls.
You're right. Yo, look at this. Yo. I'm still gonna get a basket though.
Slams it one-handed.
And he just elevates and powers in the one-hander.
Textbook.
I'm glad he didn't go overboard and try to do too much there.
That's my first. Hey, yo, that's my first 5, bro.
He's off on the first. No good on the second free throw. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. No problem knocking that one down.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to him?
And no let up in him either, guys. I mean, he wants to continue to expand that lead, and as long as he's the one taking the shots, that lead's going to expand.
And here's Valentine for 3. It's rebounded by Prez. Prez has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Lakers.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many...
Having another steal.
And he has been an absolute thief on the floor. Another steal.
Craig, that swipe puts him tied for second all-time for most steals in a game. What a defensive effort from him. Hutchison passes to Arcidiacono. Harrison scanning the floor. Shot clock at 5. Looking to end the run. That shot, no good. One thing we've seen from these guys is excellent passing.
No doubt about it. It's fun to watch the way they're operating as a team right now. They are all in sync.
Valentine with it. A shot off that time. Good D by James. And here's Los Angeles. Felicio with a rebound.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Pass to Hutchison. Here's Felicio. He swipes the ball away again.
Fantastic swipe, and he now stands by himself for second most steals in a game.
Oh, he is so fast. Gets his hands on the ball.
Wait, how many dunks I had 56 dunks, bro. Dang, bro. Man. I had 5 blocks, 20 steals, 11 assists, 10 rebounds, 177 points, bro. 2 turnovers, 83 for 92, bro. 4 for 6 for 3-point. I missed 2 3-pointers. And I was 7 for 7 for 3-point. James, he had a good game, bro. He had 12 points, 9 rebounds, bro. 6 assists, bro. Nope. No steals for him. 2 blocks. 5 for 6 from the field. 2 for 3 for 3-point. He missed 1 shot on 3-point. Perez, he had a good game too, bro. He had 10 points, 10 rebounds, 15 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks. Davis, he had 10 points, 16 rebounds, 8 assists, 2 steals, 5 blocks, 2 turnovers. Jay was 2 for 3 from the field. Yeah.
Blink of an eye, and Greg, the steal numbers
wow,
are unreal.
He actually
and so
made
the Lakers
it.
taking care of business here. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Cheese.
Thanks, Kevin.
Only
hey,
had
LeBron,
1
congrats
foul.
on the win. What do you think made the difference?
Yeah, only had 1 foul, bro. I didn't reach like that. Only had 1 foul.
Difference tonight.
Defense. We made our mark defensively. We understand that for the long term, we have to defend at a high level. We've been doing it.
It does start at that end, LeBron. Congrats again. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.
Put cheese out of me, boy. Why is no music playing, bro? Oh, it is music playing. Next game, bro. We going against the Heat, y'all. It's lit, boy.
You can never claim this. Never pivot on my bros. One thing that I can't switch. Not concerned with fitting in. We too busy standing out. They compare me to Pluto and haven't I ain't planned it out. Came a long way from writing raps down in my parents' house. I'ma be a sight to see. Tell them bring their cameras out. You gave up on all your passions. Wonder what that feel like. I'm just trying to grasp my dreams. Turn them into real life. Never took no easy path.
Alright, I got that much GC. If y'all like this video, man, like and subscribe to the channel. Turn on that post notification bell so you never miss an upload. And go follow me on PS4, y'all. At Antonio112593. Peace, y'all. Love you. I'll see y'all in my next video. It's lit, y'all.